Jeff Loeb confuses me. I can usually point to writers I really love, writers I hate, but he's just kind of all over the place in those kind of categories. For instance, I can easily dismiss him as a writer who is like Grant Morrison, except he doesn't do drugs, isn't as clever or smart, or as edgy, and just is not nowhere near as good. I could easily dismiss him that way, because they have basically the same kind of love for superheroes in the way they write superheroes, where they just throw everything into a pot and really have fun, and you can really see that they're putting characters out there in stories and really mixing up in the way they want, except Morrison does it in a smart, clever, cool way, and Jeff Loeb does not. But he also is a good writer, and he does write some good works, like Batman Long Halloween is excellent, Superman for All Seasons. I also like Daredevil Yellow, I also like Spider-Man Blue a lot. I think they're both very good, and I also liked his Batman Halloween specials that he was doing before the Long Halloween. And, I don't know, he just confuses the hell out of me. And there was also some random Superman issues when he was writing in the Superman title that I thought were pretty good too. So, I don't know. He's just kind of all over the place for me. I can't really pinpoint my exact feelings for him. And the new Bruce Timm direct-to-video movie that just came out this past week, Superman, Batman, Public Enemies, adapting the Public Enemy story that started the Superman Batman comic, written by Jeff Loeb and drawn by Ed McGuinness. And it's animated in the style of Ed McGuinness, which is interesting. It stars Kevin Conroy's Batman, Tim Daly as Superman, and let's see, C.H. Pounder coming back as Amanda Waller, and of course Clancy Brown as Lex Luthor. And it's great hearing these voices again, and it's interesting. It's like watching sort of a lost season of the Bruce Timm shows, because they almost had Luthor become president in the season of Justice League. So this is interesting to watch that, maybe it could have kind of ended up in this kind of story. The dialogue, the way, I don't know who wrote or directed this one, sorry I didn't look it up before I did the review, but they adapt the story very well, and unfortunately they leave in the stupid-ass Batman-Superman robot, although it's handled fairly well. It doesn't look as dorky, and there's almost a jokey line kind of apologizing for it, where Toyman says, hey, before you look at it, I want you to know I was really into hero worship when I built it, a few years ago. So it's like, okay. The way they handle it is fairly well done. And it's interesting watching them animate this in the style of Ed McGuinness, because interesting thing is when Bruce Timm's first series, Batman, came out the same year as X-Men, and a lot of superhero shows in the past kind of tried that kind of style, that comic book style, as best they can with detailed work, and people would kind of pick them apart about it, like, hey, why does it look so cartoony? And he put out this argument that made complete sense, that if we try to draw every line and bicep in their bodies, then it's much harder to animate, and then you have a handful of episodes that won't look as good because we couldn't make the deadline or whatever. And it's true, you watch some episodes of G.I. Joe, Transformers, some other shows, pre-Batman animated series, and you'll see this. So actually I think that was a brilliant change that they made. And you put it against the X-Men, and I'm sorry, I know everybody loves the 90s X-Men show, but it looks like shit compared to the Bruce Timm Batman series. And that's partly why. They tried to make it look like, a standard comic book, moving around, and, not every episode looks great. So, there you go. So, here we go, 2009, we're doing this film based on this work, and it looks like an Ed McGuinness movie running around. Of course, they had the budget, and they're only doing one, so they can afford to do it. And it does very well. And plus, his art style kind of lends itself to this kind of animation look anyway. So it's very well adapted. It's still not the best Superman story, Superman Batman story. I haven't really gone into that, have I? It's basically President Luthor decides to cash in all the chips to destroy Superman, and uses this kryptonite meteor coming to frame Superman and get him wanted, and take him out and save the world and look like a big hero at the same time, just finally destroying his enemy. And I don't know, one of the things I liked about President Luthor was, here's a supervillain that took over the world fair and square, and Superman just had to deal with it because he was elected by the people. I mean, yeah, it was kind of sketchy, but he was elected, and he kind of had to go along with it. He had to figure out what to do. It really challenged him. And also challenged the whole DC universe, because he was the president, so he had dealings with all the heroes from time to time. And I really enjoyed that aspect. And of course, it was during the Bush administration, so any writer who wanted to take on the Bush administration for all the evil shit they were doing, they could just vent it in President Luthor. So I don't know. It was an okay story, but it was kind of dumb, and it was kind of a dumb way to end it. Which they could have gone much further with President Luthor. So I don't know. I was kind of sorry that they ended in such a way like this, where he puts on that stupid green suit. I hate that suit. I don't know why every fucking comic book writer and artist loves the stupid Luthor Iron Man suit from the early 80s. I hate that suit. Doesn't even have a mask. I mean, one punch. All that armor doesn't do shit if you can get punched in the face by anybody. Forget Superman. The strongest guy in the world you're fighting. Oh well. Anyway, it's pretty good. It's worth a rental. It's not the best of the Tim movies. It's not better than Justice League New Frontier. It's not better than the Wonder Woman one. It's better than Superman Doomsday. I don't think it's better than Gotham Knights, so it's kind of middle of the road. Oh, I haven't seen the Green Lantern one yet. Sorry. I'll see Green Lantern someday. Whatever. Anyway, so I'll give it like 4 RAM chips, if that's okay. I think I'm gonna go with that. Anyway, push the button, Lindsay.